Hey there, you're listening to the Automated Thought Leader Podcast. I'm your host, Kimberly Inez Mays, and I help coaches, speakers, authors, consultants, and thought leaders generate more leads and nurture leads with marketing automation. So come join me as I demystify technology one episode at a time. Now let's get into it. Hi. My name is Kimberly Mays, and I help coaches and speakers demystify technology so that they can generate more leads and nurture their leads. What I want to talk to you about today is email marketing. And I know that if you have been following me for a while, you know that that's all I've been talking about for a couple of years. But I just want to bring up a conversation that I've had recently, and I want to let you know that email marketing is still alive and why you shouldn't try to kill it. Okay, so the conversation that I've had was with a person, and I have this conversation with a lot of people. They say, Kim, I get way too many emails. I don't want to do email marketing because I feel like I'll have to send 4 emails a day. I'll have to send 5 emails a day. I get too many emails in my inbox and I don't like it. Well, here's the thing, and I told this person, if you are getting 4 emails a day, 5 emails a day, something is wrong with that marketer's system. Their funnel could be broken. Maybe they have something gone awry where they have too many automations that you're a part of. But no legitimate marketer in business is going to send you 5 emails a day unless it's an accident. So with that being out of the way, let me tell you why you should be doing email marketing, okay? So if you are not yet collecting email addresses and actively sending out emails to your audience, you're really missing out on your opportunity. I tell people, build your email list with people who are good candidates for your business. So that doesn't mean collecting any email address that you can find on the web or anybody who's ever interacted with you. No, these are explicit, opt-in, permission-based email addresses of people who want to hear from you. So with all of that being said, why not do email marketing? And I'm going to give you some tips so that you can feel confident in using this time-trusted system, because there's so many things that you could be doing within your marketing strategy. There's social, there's paid ads, there's podcasting, there's network marketing. There's so much you could do. But at the end of the day, you need a place to store everybody that you ever interacted with, and you need a place to send the messages, and you need a special designation for those who have explicitly opted into hearing from you from a marketing perspective. So that's where I'm going to dive into today. All right, so we've already debunked the too many emails thing and why that should not hold you back, but how much is too much and how much is often enough? That sweet spot between sending too many and too little is more art than science. So if you think about it, there's never going to be one right answer for any particular business. Every business and every audience is going to be different. And the only way to find that sweet spot is to test it out and to do it for yourself. So just because one person may be sending emails every day does not mean you need to be sending emails every day. Maybe sending emails every day is not feasible for you. So maybe sending emails once a week is feasible for you. And you have to think of quality over quantity. Quantity is not the end all and be all. With that being said, you don't want to email once every 6 months or once every year or even like once every 2 months, because what happens is that over time, there's so much competing for your audience's attention, is that if you don't show up consistently, what tends to happen is people tend to forget about you, or people tend to pretty much you get lost in the actual ecosystem of their inbox. So you want to make sure that you are showing up and you are present. Even if they don't open the email, the fact that the email is there, they've seen it, that is another interaction touch point. So unlike the crowded and often fleeting nature of social media, email lands directly in their personal space. So this is a right opportunity for engagement. So you want to make sure that your subject lines are engaging, your content is engaging, And furthermore, you have the right person on your list. So I want to just talk about a few discussion points that I have here in my notes. All right. Number one, email versus social. And this is kind of the time tested debate that I've been having with some people, right? A lot of people come to me for social media marketing. And while that is very valid and that is something that everybody should be doing, that is not the end all and be all, because even if you show up on various social media platforms, you need a platform that you control, that you can interact with if you lose your account, if for whatever reason the algorithms change, right? Because social media, although it is great for being able to speak to multiple people at a time, your audience, your reach is really not dependent upon you so much. It's dependent upon engagement. It's dependent upon the preferences of the audience. It's depending upon what that platform wants to show at that particular time. And that is not determined by you, the marketer. So if you have amassed a bunch of followers, you want to make sure that you're putting those followers somewhere. And no better place to do that than your email marketing system. So I'm going to take a sip of water and we'll get into it. So there's a whole psychology behind email marketing and why your brain loves the inbox. So think about it. When you wake up in the morning and you turn on your phone or your tablet, but most likely it's going to be your phone, where do you go? You usually go to your Gmail. I know some people using Outlook, a few people using AOL, whatever case may be. You check your inbox every single day. And if you told me, Kim, I don't look at my emails, any emails throughout the day, I know that you are a liar. So we all check it multiple times a day. We check it for notifications. We check it for statements. We just want to see what's going on and see who's talking to us. It's the same kind of dopamine hit that you get when you go on social. You don't want to be left out. You want to be in the know. And this is your curated content of the things that you've opted into. So think about it. If somebody has opted into your marketing or your messaging, they've curated your content for their consumption. But if you're not sending, you're not going to be top of mind with them. So there are some psychological triggers in the email content. So there's a debate as to whether if you should use somebody's name or not. I think it's becoming too commonplace, but you can use simple subject lines that get right to the point or maybe have a thought-provoking message in them. Like I said, subject lines, frequency of testing, and so many other variables are more art than science. So the only way to know what works is to try it, to do what works, to try things, know what works, and to do more of it. All right, so there is some psychological triggers. People don't want to be left out. People want their problem solved. People want a positive result to some sort of solution. So your subject lines are super, super important. And luckily, we have tools like ChatGPT, various AI writers that can help you create and craft subject lines that really are dependent on certain keywords that invoke a certain emotion and that cause someone to act. So you really want to grab that attention. And the more your subscriber list is engaged, the higher your deliverability will be, the higher your engagement will be, and the healthier your email list will be. So don't be afraid to send email. Don't be afraid to have people opt out. Don't be afraid to get that feedback, because it's only through knowing what doesn't work can you stop doing that and do more of what works. So I like to have like a fun analogy between email marketing and dinosaurs, right? Because people think, okay, well, dinosaurs are going extinct, and well, they are extinct actually. They are extinct. Let me say. So dinosaurs are extinct and email marketing is going extinct. But the truth is that email marketing is really not going anywhere. Ever since we all got our first AOL accounts in the mid-90s, it has always been a thing for us to check our emails. So we want to keep up with the trends. We don't want to let email go extinct. So stop trying to kill it already, guys, all right? So there are a few ways that you can keep it from going extinct. Number one, using AI and analytics to evolve your email marketing strategy. So some of the things that you can do, like I've alluded to before, is using AI to write your subject lines. That's really important. And that's really the lowest hanging fruit, I would think, when it comes to using AI for email. But you can also use AI to score your audience to see who's more likely to take an action, to use that for segmentation. I know a lot of platforms right now are using AI for that content creation. It's already built in there, so you don't have to always start from scratch. Believe it or not, I believe everybody has something to say when it comes to marketing their own business. And whatever it is that you have to say, you can definitely put it in an email. So you can have your message transformed from a video to a podcast to an email to social media posts. So don't be afraid to throw email into your AI mix. And you want to just use your analytics to keep a pulse on your changing audience preferences. I recently migrated from one system to another, so I had to prune a lot of my list. I had to prune a lot of people who were not engaging, and I don't feel any type of way about it. I'd rather start over with a much smaller list of people who are highly engaged and to keep my sending reputation very high than to mail to a lot of people who may not be opening and who may not be clicking. So that is just something to be mindful of, is that you can use analytics and AI to make sure that your email marketing strategy does not go the way of the dodo. And so when you do all of that, combined with other forms of marketing, other channels, you really have a nice, robust digital strategy that kind of spans the gamut of where your ideal customer will be. So that is all I have today for this message, or this recording rather. And if this resonated with you, I would love for you to like and share, because sharing is caring. And also, one other thing too is that I can definitely help you with your email marketing strategy, with your digital strategy, with putting all these pieces together so that you don't have to do it alone. You have a friend out there that can help you, that can guide you, that can make sure that everything is working okay. I know that is a fear a lot of people have, is like, will this actually work? And the answer is yes, it'll work if you do it, and if you fail, and if you move on from it. But luckily, if you team with somebody that has already done the work, you won't have to experience those failures. So I say all that to say is to invite you to an automation insight session in which we will kind of go through your 90-day goals, see what works, see what doesn't work, and see how I can best support you. Okay, so that's all I have for now. Take care, and I'll speak to you later. Bye. Bye.